Hello, I am ZHAO Chuang. We're going to draw a juvenile polar bear lying prone on the ice. When drawing, first pay attention to its head-to-body ratio. The head of young animals often looks larger proportionally to its body. Later, we will draw the side view of its head, and you will see the mouth of a young polar bear is shorter than that of an adult, making it look more adorable. Its forehead is larger, and the whole face looks more playful. When drawing it with its belly on the ice, we must pay attention to its posture. The joints of the bear's hands and feet are similar to those of humans. When it walks, its whole feet touch the ground, so its hind limbs and the human legs are also alike in structure. The same goes for its hands. Its hand-to-arm ratio resembles that of humans. Therefore, this posture is close to a person lying face down on the ground. Now, let's get started. Since this polar bear is fluffy, we can use very light dotted lines to sketch its shape when composing the picture. A young polar bear has a round forehead and a small, pointed mouth. Of course, we can't draw it too pointed. Its ears are tiny and covered with long hair. Roughly outline the eye at this location. It has a nose like a puppet's. Then comes its mouth. The mouths of young animals are often smaller and shorter. Let's draw a little trace of hair on the neck, followed by the underside of the throat. Slightly outline the shape of the ears. Then, we draw its body downwards. Its butt is round, and its back is arched. The whole appearance is chubby, roughly like this. Pay attention to the curvature of this line. It has a tiny tail. Then, we move to draw its legs. Its thighs are buried inside its body. We draw it kneeling on the ice with its lower legs at this location. Then, we move forward to draw its forelimbs. Most of its upper arms are inside the body. The lower arms stretch forward like this, and the hands are roughly here. Then, let's draw the other paw. Now, let's dive into depicting details. Outline the eye first and leave a highlight. Draw its tiny black nose tip, leaving a highlight on the upper side. Then, use somewhat light strokes to draw the structures made of hair above the eyes. We can use very light lines to shape its shading. Then, color the lips black. In these body parts and the lower part of the face, we can use the hair texture to present the shading. Draw the fur details in this part, leaving other parts blank. The areas with strokes will look like the shading. Then, we use the technique of drawing fur to draw its contour. Also, draw the fur inside the ear. These areas on the back can also be outlined with hair strokes. Then, there are its feet. Through the hair, we can see its claws. Then, let's draw the fur on its abdomen. We can place more strokes toward the abdomen, and use the same texture to represent the shading. Then, we come to its hands. We can see 5 claws of this paw. Under the claws are its finger pads. On the palm, we can draw another pad. Then, we can apply a bit of shading to give it some sense of space. Due to the overlapping fur on its neck, this part will create a layer-by-layer effect when it turns its head. We can use fur strokes to show the shading on the underside of the tail. Then, let's add a little more fur strokes to the body. Now, let's draw the ice. When drawing this chunk of ice, we can use hard strokes around its margin. Draw some cutting edges and facets caused by breaking off. We can draw another chunk in the distance. Followed by many smaller pieces floating in the water. Then, draw more crack marks on the lateral side of this ice. Finally, refine the shadings on the polar bear. From this angle, we can also see the other foot. Let's sketch it. Good. Like this, we've finished drawing this polar bear.